All right. Chapter 2 of Mchl Armstrong, Factory Boy, where we do indeed get introduced to Mchl Armstrong through Lady Clarissa and Sir Matthew Dowling going for a walk, her flirting with him because she's 40, super rich, has never been able to make a match because her money kind of really outstrips her rank, but she's decided that this gives her the, if she's never going to have a husband, she's just going to enjoy herself flirting in a completely platonic sense, but with as multiple men as she can, and indeed she does. And he's like, okay, we're doing this walk, but we should really turn back because it's coming up to where the factory is. I guess the factory is actually on the estate here, and he does not want to show off the factory. But luckily a cow shows up, an old horned cow shows up, and she makes like, oh my goodness, and he kind of sicks the dog on it to kind of drive it off, and it's like, and it's making a lot of noise, and she's screaming and thrusting herself in his arms, and kind of very enjoyable kind of little frisson for both of them, I guess. And two factory boys come by and kind of peek over what the heck's going on, and Dowling says, take care of the beast. So one of them, the healthier of the two, that looks seemingly older, goes over and kind of raises off his hat, goes whoa, and kind of turns the old cow around, and it kind of ambles off at low speed. At which point Lady Carissa's like, oh, you've saved my life, and she insists, much to Sir Matthew Dowling's chagrin, that he now reward the boy with not just sixpence, which is what he would have. It's like, yeah, he'll take sixpence. It's like, no, you're going to take him in, you're going to clothe and feed him for the rest of his life and educate him and all that stuff. And he's like, oh, I am, and he's kind of tempted to tell her to screw off, but he really likes the status he gets from having her as a special friend, so he grudgingly does. And this turns out to be Mchl, who says like, oh, can I go back and I'll tell my brother what's happened. And it's like, where is he? Well, he's lame and he's super sick, and he's probably lied down, fallen asleep. And in the thing of both of these rich people being horrible, she's like, oh, I detest laziness in children, in the poor. Why is he so lazy? It's like, he's sick and he's lame, and it turns out he's indeed older. He's the older brother, but he's so emaciated and so sick, and probably so malnourished that he's the shorter of the two. He looks like the younger brother. And he gets up, and apparently he's got a beautiful face, because like, oh, what a beautiful face Edward has. And they get him to indeed run home, tell mother who might be dead. I'm not quite sure at this point, because Michel's very odd when he says like, your mother is your friend, isn't she? My mother? She's my mother. It's like, and it's like, it turns out, it's like, why are you so tired? Have you been playing? Lady Clarissa says. It's like, no, I've been working at the factory since. At which point Matthew Dowling interrupts, says, quiet, we need to get you back to the thing. You might catch chill, because he's probably been working from sun up to sundown, full tilt, as a sickly young boy that Sir Matthew Dowling is horribly exploiting child labor in his factory. So they take him back. He gets put in charge of the Scottish gardener that they have, who's like, what the heck's going on? It's like, I have no idea. And they take him back to the party, and Lady Clarissa makes a big scene about the big to-do about the monster, and it's like, oh, I'm fainting, and kind of collapses. And it's like, I have to go home and meditate and try and gather my strength again, but I'll be back, and I want to see how you've been improving and treating the new protege, and I'm sure he'll look much better. So she's going to check. So Sir Matthew Dowling can't just toss him back into the factory and ignore him once Lady Clarissa's gone. But yeah, just like fucking horrible people. Both Lady Clarissa, and it's like, oh, the poor can be so lazy, and Sir Matthew Dowling, who obviously does not give a little flying fuck for these children that he has enslaved into his factory system. All right, I will leave it there. But yeah, it's comedically funny, but also just like, oh, how horrible these people are. All right, more videos later.